on EA. Dreadnoughts.
Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with... The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down. Holland. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage. To the running back, he wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Schwartz has got it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Strickland. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run on the draw. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But if their intensity doesn't waver, I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holland.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
On 1st down, Holland. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He finds his man, complete. That's Price.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Holland. Over the middle, complete. That's Price. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll run on 1st down. Presley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Holland.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And his kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
They are coming off the game last week, which was a very interesting game. And, Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Into the secondary past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
He finds his man complete. It's Strickland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Gunners have moved out in front.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back out comes San Antonio.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Strickland. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now a give right side. It's Strickland, and they're going to get the 1st down here as he's up to the 14.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On second down, it's Strickland, and he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Strickland. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shorts on the reception over the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
And they'll get this one to
finds weak spots in order to get open.
Second and 9 now. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10. Holland got his man complete over the middle. It's Price. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd down, Holland. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He'll look to throw over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
7 yards the pickup there. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, will step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go down.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 2nd down, Holland. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Holland. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
2nd down at 5. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, Presley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. From the gun on 3rd down, Holland. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Throwing on first down. Holland. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll run on first down. It's Strickland. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Strickland. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, but big guys leading the way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, it's Strickland. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great...
Which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Second and 4.
On the run, this is Presley. And